Good morning, ladies. Welcome to my weight loss vlog. Today is day 9 of Dr. Mcdougall's Hasty Plate. Hasty Plate is about rapid weight loss. I have just 11 weeks until I'm on Chef AJ Live, and I want to be a very good example. Now, I'm not only doing this because it'll be great to get the weight off and say that I did it. I finished what I started in 2019, but I have a lipoma on my arm that I am working to get rid of. And Dr. Mcdougall said, yes, that I can. I'm gonna have to get trim, but yes, he has definitely seen those lipomas go. Some of the questions that keep coming through, they're kind of the same ones. There's a lot of recommendations for the 3-2-1 salad dressing. That was one of the first videos that I did in 2019. It's one of my very favorite salad dressings. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find a Dijon mustard that has 0 fat, so I'm not going to be making that at this time. I'm also not really sure about the balsamic vinegar that I'm using, if it has too many sugars in it, because it's a Kirkland brand. You all probably have access to many other types of balsamic vinegars. I live down south of the border in Mexico, and I don't have access to a lot of the things that you do in your stores, but you please enjoy what you can have. For example, California balsamic, I'm not able to get here unless somebody brings it to me. Somebody has gifted me a couple of them, and I really did enjoy the pear. I really enjoyed kind of a soda by using mineral water and a tablespoon of that pear California balsamic. I thought that rocked everything, but it's all gone. Chef AJ gifted me some, but I haven't been able to get it because it doesn't cross the border. So I just don't have access to those balsamic vinegars. Now, if you do, you totally enjoy them. But I have to look at this from the point of view of what I can get here where I live. And there are some people in my community that do eat like I do. So it's important for them to know what they can have as an option. I have to be very unprocessed. If I eat it, I make it for the most part, but there are a few items that I can find to make it easier for me. Many of you like the 3-2-1 salad dressing. That has always been my favorite. Aside from now, I have this more citric dressing that I call my mouth-watering salad dressing. I love that. Well, on the Hasty Plate, the rapid weight loss, there are a little more restrictions. I guess we don't like restrictions. I don't like to think about it that way, but there's no other way to explain it. I like to think of what can I have. I don't like to say what I can't have, but I like to say, oh, but I can have this. This is what I can have. The Hasty Plate, we have to make it very basic. It's very basic. It's for a short period of time. It's for losing 10 pounds quickly. Or losing the last, as Dr. Mcdougall said, I could lose 30 pounds. Normally people wait until it's the last 10 pounds to do this Hasty Plate, but I'm doing it to lose the last 30 pounds because I'm going to be on the Chef AJ Live show in June. And you're welcome to do it with me. It is completely healthy, it's balanced, it's fantastic. It's just basically melting the fat right off of you, which is fabulous. That's exactly what we want. And today we're going to go over one more time the salad that I make, answering those questions that have come in, and hopefully give me a little bit of a break from vlogging until next Tuesday when I give you a weight loss update. Regarding water and coffee, stay well hydrated. It keeps things moving. You need the water, the hydration to flush out the fat. And I drink at least a quart of water, 2 quarts. You know, it just depends on how hot it is, how thirsty I am, but you're getting a lot of water in the raw food. So at least drink a quart of water, if not 2. Coffee, yes, you're allowed 1 cup of coffee. And I drank some yesterday, and I sweetened it with a little bit of monk fruit. Just like I sprinkled probably a 1/4 teaspoon of monk fruit in my coffee, and I was fine. I mean, my preferred way of drinking coffee is maple syrup and a cashew and blend it into it, and I miss it, but that's okay. So I don't drink coffee all the time because it's not recommended for those that have osteoporosis. So, and especially if you've got some stomach issues, you know, if you're dealing with colitis or cancer, I would stay away from caffeine, or I would stay away from coffee and be sure to be drinking green tea. I would be drinking green tea.
go ahead and enjoy a cup of green tea. I don't think that there's any problem with green tea, but as far as coffee, I also have been having a treat during the afternoons because it's getting warmer, and I've been having a frappuccino with using 1 teaspoon of Pero, P-E-R-O. It's like a coffee substitute. It has no caffeine in it, and a little bit of monk fruit to sweeten it. And I puree that with, half a cup of hot water and a cup of ice, and that's been my treat.
Here's what I am trying to eat in a day. And when I post the vlogs and I say, this is what I'm eating, that is what I eat in the whole entire day. I don't have a specific breakfast. I'm eating the same thing. I'm eating the same thing over and over and over again per Dr. McDougall. And I just happen to like to do that. So when people ask, well, am I eating that for breakfast? Yes, that's what I'm eating for breakfast. Some are asking if I'm still intermittent fasting. I'm always intermittent fasting. I eat when I'm hungry, which is about 11 o'clock, could be 11:30, could be 2 o'clock. And I stop. My goal is always to stop eating around 6 o'clock because it helps me sleep better, and it really helps you to burn fat. It helps you to burn a lot of fat by stopping by 6 o'clock. And I always end the day eating a starch. I want to have starch because that's what's going to carry me through. I have never once in doing this for 3 years have ever been hungry after 6 o'clock. Never. So I highly recommend this way of eating. Your body will adjust. It only takes 3 days to adapt, and you can have marvelous results. Here is what I eat in a day, and I mean the entire day, for every meal. It's the same thing. That per the Hasty plate, per Dr. McDougall. This is what I'm working with today. I'm going to use a half of a bag of kale. I hope I can keep finding it. That's the other problem, is whether I can find things or not. I need to use up this spinach, which I bought it to make soups out of, but then I switched over to the Hasty plate and needing to eat raw, so I'm just going to use it up.
The reason why is because spinach is best when it's cooked.
I will use all of these sprouts. I'm going to use half of a jicama. I'm going to use a slice of red onion. I'm going to dice up a nectarine and put that in my salad. Probably I will put in this half a cup of fresh frozen mango. I'm going to put in my salad today. Yesterday I was on the go and I just needed something. I grabbed and ate an apple while I was on the go. Also, I have a banana here. Some days I have a half of a banana, or I want a whole banana. It just depends on what's going on.
We can have 1 to 2 pieces of fruit per day.
On the Hasty plate. This is on the Rapid Weight Loss Program. Now, over here, I've got, Dr. McDougall said to focus on the yellow and green vegetables. So that's why I have kale. I'm working with lettuce, cucumber. I have some bell pepper here and carrot. And suddenly appears my half of a zucchini that I didn't finish yesterday. I will spiralize that. I love spiralized zucchini on my salads. This is what's going to cover me for my non-starches. This is out because this is what I'm going to make my salad dressing out of. I don't know that I'm going to get through the whole head of iceberg lettuce, but I thought, man, I think I can make better wraps out of iceberg lettuce, so I picked some up today. I found some fresh mint. I think that'll taste scrumptious in my salad mix. All right, now we're jumping over here to my starches. If you have 100 pounds to lose, maybe you could eat all of this. You might as well enjoy it,
because you'll still be losing weight.
I'm going to use a cup of garbanzo beans, and I don't think I'm going to use the black beans today, but I have been hungry for some potato fries from regular potatoes, so I might use one of these potatoes. And these are huge sweet potatoes that I baked the other day. I'll probably cut it in, I think in half. They look like 2-pounders for sure, so I could use a half of that. I always want to use 1 pound of sweet potatoes every day, and then I can add something else as my starch. So I'm probably eating a couple of pounds of starch. So a half a cup of oats. Sometimes I mix it in my black beans with chili powder, a teaspoon of chili powder, and I call it my chili. And I also will add a 1/4 cup of corn. Starches, you pick what you want. Have 2 or 3 pounds of starches every day. You know, everybody's different. All right, and here is my salad dressing. I want you to know something. I got this at the import store today. Xanax gum for my salad dressing. I hope it lasts a long time, because I kid you not, I bet you this thing costs $40.
It costs $34. Now you know why I haven't been using it.
I'm gonna do it because I'm on this program for 11 more weeks and I want it to taste good. So I don't know, don't tell my husband I bought it. I think we've pretty much got it covered here. You're gonna find the starches and the non-starchy veggies and the salad dressing that you like, that works for you. It took me a week to figure out how I wanted to do this. It's going to gradually change over time. Kind of get your feet wet and get in there, and if you can start out with something that you like. Yesterday on every wrap, I was just, my taste buds have changed over the last week, and I was just smothering this all over my wraps, and I was loving it, just loving it. Someone mentioned to me about putting the water to water down my nori sheet. I did that. I had the little thing of water right next to my nori sheet and it would not stick together. Maybe they're too old. I don't know, but I gave up on it, and I might do it again. I might even do it again today and just try it again. That particular one didn't want to stick together. The question is, do I measure my food? Okay, when I lost 58 pounds, I never measured anything. I never weighed anything. I just ate and lost the weight. The only reason why I started measuring or trying to give any type of amounts was because viewers were asking. Viewers wanted recipes. In fact, I started this whole entire channel because a cousin of mine, who now is in her 80s, had a substantial amount of weight that she wanted to lose, and she asked me to start making cooking videos. That's how this whole thing got started. So I had to start making up some recipes for her, even though there's a bazillion recipes and probably a bazillion recipes that are better than mine, but she wanted my recipes because she's my cousin. Let me just say, for the Hasty Plate, the most rapid weight loss, you keep it very, very simple, monotonous. It has to be, you're eating the same thing over and over again so that you don't have to be thinking about what you're doing. You're just putting your stuff together and you're eating it. And yes, my friend, who is my maid, just went by. So I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can. You all let me know when you're losing weight, and I want to know about that. And I am planning on taking a little break and have a good report for you next Tuesday on weigh-in day, okay? Have fun figuring this out. You're gonna have to do what you like and on your own. It's not about measuring and weighing. Yes, it's all about eyeballing. And Laura, I love hearing from you. I wish you would start vlogging again, please. From now on, you're going to, when you're hungry, you're gonna eat until you feel full and satiated. And the only way you're gonna feel satiated is by eating the starch. If you're doing Mcdougall's Hasty Plate, the rapid weight loss, you're going to eat as much of your non-starchy veggies first and then include 1/3 of those starches. I ended up doing a wrap, so I'm laying down 1/3 of starch in there, which made it perfect, a perfect ratio for me by making the wraps. I have it all eyeballed out where I've got 2/3
Non-starchy vegetables
in my diet for the day, the entire day, and then the 1/3 starch. And then I just start eating. So the ratios are already there. All I had to do is start assembling my wraps, and I'm already got the right ratio. And one day I sat down and ate 2 huge wraps at one sitting, and then at each sitting I was just eating 2 wraps, and that was about, I probably had 4 of those plates. Then I have oatmeal, but I think I had mixed that day in my oats into the chili, to make my chili with my black beans. Today I'm going to be making my Hasty Plate mouth-watering salad dressing with Xanax gum. I used agar-agar for a couple of days, and I just don't really like how it made me feel. I'm assuming that's what's making me feel kind of interesting. We're going to use the 1/4 cup of lime juice. Perhaps those that are tuning in for the first time, I use one of these juicers to get my lime juice. 2 juicy limes, or probably 4 smaller ones, or you can use lemon or orange juice. This is simple. We're trying to be as unprocessed, keeping all the foods in its whole form as much as possible. So that's why we're not blending and pureeing and making hummus like I did earlier, just trying to look for a salad dressing. This is better. If you start pureeing and making hummus like I did earlier, that's okay, but
You'll make the calories more dense by doing that.
goal is to not puree anything. It's to keep it in its whole form as much as possible. Even juicing, you don't want to be drinking juices because that's just concentrated sugar. 1 teaspoon of our maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of coconut amino acids. And now to the $40 bag of Xanax gum.
1/4 teaspoon is recommended.
I might have to put this in the NutriBowl. It's here. Definitely is gonna work there. Tastes great. Perfect.
To assemble the salad, we have half a bag of kale, spinach, and sprouts. Now I'm going to dice 1 nectarine. We can have 1 to 2 pieces of fruit a day. I have a slice of red onion and a cucumber, half of a jicama. And for those that have never used jicama, you cut the skin off if it's been sitting out, or if it's real tender, then you can just use a potato peeler. This one had been sitting out. Just a little tip about bell pepper. If it has 3 sections, it will have less seeds in it than those that have 4 sections. I'm going to dice a little bit of bell pepper to put into my salad.
The other kitchen gadget that I'm going to use for shredding is this mandolin PL8. We're at 2, and then this is on the this is in the middle. Let's see how I like that. That looks pretty good. It's half of a jicama. My cucumber and jicama. And this is my biggest mixing bowl, and it is already mounded in here. I'm not sure if the carrots are too big, if that's going to be a problem. I don't know, and if I'm strong enough to do it. So I'm putting some carrots and bell pepper and red onion in there, and see what that's going to come out like. It's nice because it has a little grip on the bottom, but I hope I can do this. Whoosh. I think I'm not strong enough. Maybe the carrots. Oh no. Oh man. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so cool. I didn't think I was gonna be strong enough to do it. That's amazing. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Look at that. They said the blades were strong. That smells good. Put this in the little salad thing. Wow. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna put that in my salad.
Now it's time to use the salad chopper to chop this up by hand. This is easier than using the knife and a cutting board. It's a little safer for my fingers, and I really like it a lot. I'll add in the other that I chopped up in the little food processor. As you can tell, this has been several days of making this salad and recording at different times, but I think you can get the gist of it. This is all nice and chopped up finely so that it can be eaten as a regular salad after we mix in the salad dressing, or you can fill your lettuce wraps. And I just love finger food, so having it in the form of a lettuce wrap just makes it more exciting for me.
If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I will do my best to answer your questions in my next vlog, which we're expecting to come out next Tuesday on Weigh-In Tuesday day. And I will try to keep a little bit of a vlog report about my weight up until that point so that you can know how I'm doing each day, and it will be good for me to have a little breaky.
All right, so I think we're all good. I think you guys got it all. You got it covered. We're taking the food amount and then just dividing it up through the whole day. Eat it all, eat more if you need to, but I think that if you because some of you are much more active than I am. I am not active at all, except for a couple of walks a day. I did get in 3 walks yesterday, but sometimes I'm just too tired, and then the rest of the time I'm just kind of resting at the house. I have chronic fatigue. It's not very enjoyable. I do a lot better at sea level, but I'm high altitude, and so I don't do a lot. I just don't have the energy to do it. But most of you aren't in my position, so you're going to be eating more. You might need to have 2 or 3 pounds of starch, sweet potatoes. It could be sweet potatoes or rice. Keep it very clean is the word that Dr. McDougall used, meaning don't be mixing it up with a bunch of sauces. Be eating it in its whole form. So let's see what you come up with. Start vlogging too. It'd be great to see what you're doing. God bless you.